Hey everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Back at it again with the white vans.
Damn, Daniel!
Today we're on a map that I think I've touched maybe once or twice since I've owned it on PC, and that is REVONTULI Coast. I have personally avoided this map like the plague, because I'm bad at bird hunting, and this map is perfect for bird hunting. All the good hunting here is mostly bird hunting. There's brown bear and moose and deer and lynx, stuff like that, but it's mostly bird hunting, and I am dog shit at bird hunting, so I have not touched it, I've not played with it, I've not done anything with it, but today we're gonna try our best. Here's my loadout for the day. This loadout is pretty much universal with everything that I do, depending on what species I'm going for. I'll probably make a change here or there, depending, but our loadout today is the Zarza 1522 LR for birds and smaller prey. We have the Ranger 243 for smaller prey, things like coyote, foxes. This time it'll be for Eurasian lynx. We have the Zarza 308 for bigger prey, bigger mammals like white-tailed deer. And our big gun for right now will be the 300 mag tactical. Not that there's anything against the old 300 mag that we were using, but this one just kind of gives me a little more ease of access, just so I can take extra shots on brown bear and moose in case I need them in a quick manner. And just to show you that I have not touched this map hardly at all, I only have 2 outposts unlocked, and I have 1 outlook unlocked. So there's got to be something decent, something juicy hiding here that I haven't seen yet. Let's go ahead and get started. So I've reset the time to 8 a.m. Well, I'm not on the dot 8 a.m., 8:46, because that's whitetail drinking time, and let's see throughout the day what we can find. We'll start off with whitetail along these lakes here. Whitetail can usually be found wherever water and lakes and rivers are sold on this map, thankfully. Throughout the day, the time will change, and we'll move on to different animals as the time changes. So, let's see what we got going on here. Already, we're seeing some big antlers here. I just saw a white-tailed deer that had a maximum of 252, and I'm kind of struggling to get it together, but I saw a couple pairs of bighorns like that. There's 252. We're gonna see what we can do here. Dead. Perfect. There's a 2 with 163 as a max. I got warning call from behind me. That's just a capercaillie. Not interested in birds right now. There was another big rack whitetail over there with them, and I think he went off behind the trees there. So we're gonna go pick up this first whitetail and go from there. Here's the first whitetail. He had a max of 252, so he's not gonna be super close to diamond or anything, but he did score 236, which is very high gold in my opinion. Very, very high gold. His antlers are remarkable. They're sharp, they're pointy, they're long. The shot, however, okay, period. It looks like I accommodated for distance of movement pretty well. We hit straight forward right there, the back of the lung, penetrated right through that lung, and it tickled the one on the other side of it. That works for me. He's a very pretty boy. I'm gonna go do my best to find that other big rack whitetail. Just hang on a second. Whoa. Whoa, wait. Oh, he's a diamond. And he's pretty much guaranteed. He has a max of 287, min of 246. That's kind of crazy. Man, that took a bit of searching. Now, if I can just get him to, like, turn at all, we can nail him. Okay, we finally got him to slow down and stop here. Oh, he's on the move again? Okay, well, if we can get him to just turn. Well, okay, this works, actually. This works in our favor. Right? No, it doesn't. Shit. If I had just aimed the tiniest bit lower, it would have been different. I'm willing to put money on it. Well, let's keep going before he dies, because if he dies, I'm not going to be able to live with myself. Oh, no. Oh, no, he did. He dead. It's not a total loss yet. I haven't seen a score. It's not a total loss just yet, because I already have multiple diamond whitetail, but that doesn't make it any less devastating. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. He's wrapped around a tree, too. That's so weird. Let's go ahead and bite the bullet. 273? 273? Well, he certainly would have been the biggest diamond whitetail I would have ever had, so that's really upsetting, really disappointing. And check out this shot. Y'all knew what I was going for, the frontal heart shot. Not only did I shoot right over it, but it got stuck in that little space between the lungs there and it didn't hit anything. That's so upsetting. That's so not fair. Damn. 255.09 is diamond. He would have scored 273.47, which is fucking ginormous. That's huge. That's huge. That would have been the biggest. I mean, I'm still gonna take him so I can hang him up in the gold lodge, but man, that's just upsetting. I don't have any words. Well, in game at the moment, it is currently 10:36, so there's still plenty of time to find big males. We just have to go all the way back to here. So I guess I'll see you along the bank. Fuck, dude. I spotted some more whitetail across the lake here. The biggest one, having a max of 218, really pales in comparison to the other whitetail that we found, but that's okay. I just need the biggest of them here to turn around, and if he won't turn around, then I'll just take the little guy here. Okay, I think we took both of them, actually. This works. They both didn't get pretty far, which, I mean, less work for me, so... Here's the bigger one of them, or the one with the biggest estimate, I should say. He was just a silver, 1.81.45. The shot was a little far back, but otherwise immaculate, because we double-lunged him and brought him instantaneously down. That works for me. I wish he would have been a little bigger, though, but now I've got a head on my shoulders after seeing that diamond, so... And here's the smaller guy. We did maim that first shot. We kind of hit him in the ass there, but we oddly made up for it. Just barely missed the heart. I was looking to go into this lung, not that one, but I mean, that works too. He was brought down efficiently, not instantaneously, but efficiently, and he was scoring much lower than the other one at 146.33, not even close to gold. So either way, that's respawns. I'll take it. I found yet another giant herd of whitetail here. I think that one's a doe behind her as well. No, that's a little buck there. The biggest one has a score of 186, though, is the problem. And to my immediate left, there's another herd with a buck here with a score of 186, one with a score of 181, one with a score of 160. Not very big, not very promising, but we will make this work to our best ability here. Well, we messed up the shot on one of the deer from our left here. There's this guy. I might be able to take a decent shot on him if I can get him to either slow down or turn. But other than that, I don't think we're going to get away with much here. Go down, bitch. Damn. Here's the first buck from this zone from the right. We did hit him pretty decent. Straight through center lung. And we hit both lungs. Brought him down instantaneously. I will take it. He scored 172.99, which is just barely, I want to say, under gold. He could have scored a lot higher, but either way, this was a satisfying harvest to take down. That's such a perfect shot. And here's the second buck. He scored right alongside with him at 173.53. As for the shot, a little bit far back. Honestly, I thought I'd shot the doe in the nose, but I was lucky. I hit both lungs in the stomach here. Kind of shocked I didn't hit liver with that kind of shot placement. But still, nonetheless, still a pretty good harvest. I'm not going to complain much except about the score. Here's one of the bucks from the left side of the lake here. Not only did we not strike a vital organ, but we definitely shot him more than twice, which was excessive either way, but I just wanted him dead. He only scored 156.92. That's very, very, very much a baby to me. That's a baby silver at best. Could always be worse. He could have been a 1, and he could have been like 98, but either way, I just wanted him to die. Since I know we maimed the last buck that we're supposed to pick up, I'm not going to pick him up, honestly. I hit a non-vital organ hit on him. That's just a waste. We're not going to bother. However, it looks like moose are drinking. Oh, did she just like fall into the... Yeah, I shot her and she just jumped right into the lake to save herself. That's weird. But as I was saying, it looks like moose have began drinking now, so I guess that's what we're going after next. Let's pick up this moosette here and see what we got going on across the lakes here. Well, that explains a lot. I double-lunged her and hit her heart. So that explains why she went down as fast as she did. Doesn't really explain the whole lake thing. But... I mean, c'est la vie, to each their own. There's a great big ol' 4 easy moose with a max of 280. 274.99 is diamond. I don't think he'll make it, but I want his zone. That way, if I ever wanted to do a moose grind here, then I could, and I would have his zone, and I could come back to it and check on the respawn. There we go. And, oh, shit. Well, I know I lunged him just from that reaction alone, but... And I think we double lunged him with that second shot there. We hit one lung with one shot and the other lung on the other. He's definitely gonna go down fast. Let's go get him. Well, I found the other blood splatter, and I actually didn't hit any organs at all on that second shot. But nonetheless, it assisted in taking him down. Perfect center lung shot there from the angle we were given. And as for the second shot, we aimed just a tad bit low, but that's fine. He scored 242.48, which is right there in the middle between gold and diamond. I'll take it. This works. He is awful pretty to look at. Maybe, you know, with a maximum estimate of 280, I would have expected him to score just a tiny little bit higher, 260's range, but that's just me being a little selfish. Either way, good harvest. So we found this little itty lake with lots of moose. It looks like... Okay, there's even more moose over here. Man, there's a lot of moose here. There's a 4 here with a maximum of 219. Look how puny for a 4. That's all in the weight right there. But we're going to see just how many of them we can hit. Because there's 3 different zones that we could choose from here. Let's see what we can do. I don't know how good this positioning is, but we're going to try to make this work. Okay, I'm glad I missed that. That guy says he's fleeing. Wow, I hit him way too high for that to matter. Look at that one. Holy shit. I want you. Looks like the other males have left, and she's kind of just standing there, so we're going to go ahead and take that shot on her. One of the moose we shot is still running around in the water, and if he doesn't get out, I'm not going to be able to make a decent shot on him. This is ridiculous. I didn't know moose were fucking submarines. There we go. That's a better shot. We cleaned that up nicely. Oh, there were deer here. They kind of just showed up out of nowhere. Let's see what we can do here. 225, 202, 226. Oh yeah, that'll do nicely. We've got all kinds of stuff to pick up now. Let's check it out. Oh, we blew up all of the zones here. Which, I mean, that's fine. I don't care for moose much now that I have a diamond anyway, but 176.83. That is quite unbecoming for a moose of that size. But then again, you could tell by his antlers he wasn't going to be very big. We did heart shot him, which I'm very surprised. I wasn't expecting, per se, that shot to land. It was just kind of like a shot in the dark, but we made it work. I honestly think one of the female moose may have sank to the bottom here and laid down, because I don't see her body anywhere. Usually they'd be along the coastline, or they'd float to you if they landed in water and died, but I don't see her. I think maybe the water here is just glitched, because you can even see tracks at the bottom of the water here. So here's the next moose here. We did aim a little too high. Wow, that's an awful shot. I must have lost breath right before the shot, but we seem to have cleaned it up with this one here. Kind of an awkward angle, but it landed right there, cozy in the lung. 181.60, again, with an antler size that big, you could tell he just wasn't going to score very big. His tines are also very irregular, very atypical, which I can appreciate. I love a good atypical set of antlers or palms. So, while he's kind of kooky looking, I don't think we're going to keep him. Okay, this was the itty-bitty one that we shot through the water, because I thought his antlers were simply puny. He's kind of cute, but he's no better than a whitetail or a black-tailed deer. He scored 79. He wasn't even a silver off to the Shadow Realm. Here's one of the whitetail that we shot and killed. We nailed him on the turn there, right there, cozy in the lungs. Made its way out of one and into another. That works. He was just a silver. He only scored 172.69. He's right up there in the median, the middle between silver and gold. So I'll take it. He's awful pretty. His tines, I don't know if they're... Yep, they're symmetrical. That works for me. Very, very pretty. Here's one of the other whitetail we shot. We absolutely just destroyed that leg. He would have been 193.76, so literally just a crumb away, just the tiniest little bit away from gold. Which means he's tiny. He's still puny. Look how thin those antlers are, those tines. So you could tell just by looking at him he wasn't going to score super big, but the respawns matter. This fellow wasn't super far behind the last whitetail we killed, but we also shot way too low. This guy was almost 274 yards away. We definitely could have accommodated for his distance a little better and aimed a little higher if we expected to hit that lung shot. He would have been a gold. He wouldn't have been much over gold, but he would have been 199.75. Gold is 193.79. Respawns do matter, so I'm not going to take him home with me per se, but I'm glad I at least got a chance to take him down. I'm coming up now on this outpost, and there's already tons of moose drinking here. I've already gotten, I think, 3 zones, so there might be more. I'm going to try my best to sneak around them without spooking them so I can get a good vantage point. And if I remember right from seeing it on other videos and other places and from playing with others, whitetail also drink up here, and they pass through up here very commonly. That's a big moose. That's a big level 4. That's interesting. There's a 3 over there. There's a Canada goose over there. They drink here. It's a 3. There's a 1. That's interesting. I'm getting so many zones out here. Is that another big moose over there? Yeah, max of 264. My word, they are just simply everywhere. So I think this guy's already freaking out here. So let's see. He's down. The female will run off. All the big guys running off here. Anybody else want to run off? Yeah. I think I scared off those geese as well. That guy's calm. Oh no, the geese are here. While I get a moment, I am going to try to take out this goose here. Oh yeah, we hit him good. There's the 4. We're going to see if we can hit him from here. I don't know how good of a shot that was, but we're going to try again. Oh yeah, we hit him good that time, I think. There's the other 4, which he has a max estimate of 264, but you can tell just by looking at him that he's not going to make it. He's dead. That was a pretty good heart shot from 320 yards away. And how are our zones looking? They're looking good. They're looking perfect. Let's go pick up what we got. Well, all that's left out here is a female moose who's just sitting pretty all by herself. And then there's this level 3, if I can find him here. Now, this is probably going to be a bit of a stretch, but we're going to do our best here. Oh, we hit way too far back. I don't think that guy will die, which is fine. We've got plenty of moose here to pick up anyway. Here's our first one. He scored 165.13. You can tell by looking at him he wasn't going to score super big, but it's the respawns that matter. As for the shot, though, this is actually pretty good. This is pretty good. This is the heart shot that I wanted. This is the fastest way to bring them down, so I can't be too dissatisfied with that. Out in the distance here, there is another level 4 moose. I don't know exactly how far out he is, but we're going to go take a look because I'm going to take a shot. We'll try to take a shot on this moose here. That's a good double lung, or at least single lung right there. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, so I have my bloodhound tracking one of the level 4 moose, but there is a level 5 here. He's going to troll. His max is 268, and diamond is 274. But he would still make a brilliant trophy for the lodge. So we're going to go ahead and take a shot on him. He will definitely die. That's really cool. I know he's going to troll, but he's going to look so good. He's going to look so good. So here's one of the level 4s we shot at the beginning. Yeah, we did absolutely maim him. And we just barely missed the mark on trying to account for movement and distance. From 411 yards, this would have been an awesome shot had I probably put it about right here. It would have sank into the lung about back here somewhere. Would have had a chance to scrape the liver, and that would have been great. He only would have scored 240.07, which is fine. However, a moose this big still is nothing to sneeze at. He might not have been even close to diamond, but he's still a pretty big boy. I can't remember which moose this was. We've killed so many different moose at this place here. And I think we're going to take another one. There we go. He's just a 3, but he's a respawn. In that case, oh no, this was the 4. He scored 213.09. Not very high above gold. I thought this was the 5. His palms are way too thin for him to even be considered, a 5 in best regards. As for the shot, from 356 yards, this was a pretty decent shot. I will take it. How cute. Bigger prey like moose, buffalo, even sometimes lions and gemsbok are so much easier to hit on those long distances away. At least for me, prey as small as blacktail, whitetail, pronghorn, mule deer, things of that nature, they're a lot harder to hit, and don't even get me started on smaller mammals like raccoons or birds or rabbits. So either way, we made a pretty decent shot. It just sucks that he was so puny. This is the level 5. Look at those palms. I know he's going to troll, which is not a big deal, but it's so cool that I even get a chance to find one of these again after killing my diamond moose on New England, so. Oh yeah, he was at the very top of his max there. I knew he was going to troll because, again, diamond is 274.99 and his maximum didn't even breach 270. So that's rather unfortunate, but I can't resist a good troll. Either way, he's going to look so pretty in the gold lodge for sure. And that hit there from 278 yards away would have been magnificent had it boasted the power to run through this lung and into the next one. So nonetheless, I'm very satisfied with this. There's some hazel grouse laying here on the ground here. But I don't know if I want to take any hazel grouse from here, just because there's so much pressure here already, and we still have a level 3 moose behind us to go pick up, and a goose, and we still have one more moose that's down there in the water to go pick up as well. So I'm just trying to see if there's a male here worth taking before I make any rash decisions. It doesn't look like there are any males here to pick up, which is fine. That just means I'll pick the prettiest one. That one looks weird to me, so I guess I'll take that one. Okay, I'll take that one, and I'll take that one. How are the zones? I think that's fine. I don't think I ruined any zones by taking them. Let's see what we got here. 195. She was brown. She's awful pretty. But she's not worth keeping around just because her score wasn't even high enough to be a silver. So I think we're just going to pick her up and move on. I believe it's not going to be any different for this one as well. Yeah, she's also very pretty, but not worth keeping. Really not worth talking about. Actually, now that I mention it, I think I might have ruined the goose zone that was here, which is unfortunate, but I'm sure we'll find more. Bird hunting is not my forte anyways, so I'm not all that worried about it. Here's one of the level 3s. Oh, this was a 4 that we killed at this lake. We hit a pretty decent heart shot on him from 337 yards away, almost 340. That's insane. We just barely tickled it enough for it to matter. I mean, again, I'll take it. That's one of the best shots you can take on an animal. 213.10. That's pretty wimpy for a level 4, but I looked at his palms going into it and knew he was going to go super high, so it is what it is. We'll take it. My dog is looking for the goose that we shot, and there's a level 3 just barely out of reach here. We're not going to kill anything else just to save another zone. We've already blew up one, and it was a goose zone, so I'm not willing to ruin the moose and the deer zones that are out here. For some reason, the pressure on this moose here did not spawn where it was supposed to, but I'll take it. Oh, we actually made a shot on him before and it didn't penetrate enough to hit any organs. But we did nail him with the frontal heart shot. Works, mwah, chef kiss, perfect as usual. But he was only 184.95. He wouldn't have even been good enough to go gold, so I don't think we're going to keep him, but that shot is pretty nasty. Pretty nasty. Granted, he was 112 yards away, so I'll give it that. On REVONTULI, if you're looking for a good place to get started, honestly, if you can't find anything in the starter area around here, go up north and to the right. Come up here. You'll find all kinds of whitetail zones. You'll find goose. You'll find moose. You'll find all kinds of birds like capercaillie and grouse. The options to pick from here, especially if you're a seasoned hunter, are absolutely endless. And if you're really looking forward to getting started on this map and building up some respawns, come here. You'll find just about every animal under the sun. I even saw some lynx passing through the tree line, and if you're lucky enough, you'll catch one. So I definitely recommend this little area if you're getting started on REVONTULI. Now that we've cleaned up our mess, we're going to head to the north of the map here at this giant lake up top. There's nobody of any particular species drinking right now, but there's lots of birds resting, and usually they either rest in the tree line here along the ground or they're resting along the coast of certain lakes and rivers. So we're gonna go see what's going on at the top of the map here. This lake here would be a perfect little place to set up for some geese, whether that's tundra bean or Canada. I think geese in this little location would be smacking, honestly. They fly right overhead all hours of the day, as you can see here. I've been trying to take down one or two of them with just my rifle standing here, and as you could probably tell, I'm not very good at aiming at geese. This area is also super wide open, which means that anything bigger resting here or eating here, feeding here, like bear, moose, deer, they're going to be all around here. At least I think so. I haven't scoped it out around the lake. I've only been here at the lake. So we're going to see what else we can find around here. Nailed him. I think there's also another one flying away somewhere over here. I didn't quite catch him, but it's okay. We're just going to take this one and move on. This one was a gray. Look at that red, almost brownish red plumage. These things look so cool. We absolutely nailed his little guts there from 45 yards away, but he was only a silver. He wasn't that far behind gold, but still not close enough for me to want to keep him. So, ultimately pretty cool. So as you can see, it's after 5 o'clock here on REVONTULI Coast, but what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and skip ahead to brown bear drinking time, and we're going to see what kind of brown bear we can go home with. I'm not going to expect too much. I've seen an 8 mythical in passing and just let him go because I would have ruined his zone if I had shot him. But that indicates to me that there's some really, really cool little surprises on this map, and I'm so excited to find one in the existence of brown bear, so let's go ahead and get right to it. So according to my hunter mate, brown bear on REVONTULI Coast drink from 8 o'clock at night to 12 o'clock in the morning. So that translates to roughly 2,000 hours, I want to say. So that gives us 4 hours to hunt. The time resets at 0 hours of military time. Again, I'm not super great with military time, but if I'm not mistaken and my calculations are correct, we should be Gucci to go. Now, as for where they drink, I couldn't tell you. We're going to have to go find them. Alrighty, we are still here at the top of the map, and we have spotted our first brown bear of the brown bear hunt here. I'm assuming there's going to be more around this lake. I just can't ping them just yet. I don't know what fur pattern this young lady is, but it looks to be very interesting. I think it's Spirit, but Spirit is no longer a rare fur type. They're pretty common, which kind of sucks. Back in the day, they used to be kind of rare, and it made hunting brown bear over in Medved a lot more exciting. So there's our brown bear, zone number 1. I'm sure there's going to be lots more. He's already alert, so I'm going to go ahead and try to take him. I might as well take her as well, because she's very pretty. They will both go down over in that little area there. And I'm thinking since these spots are so out of render, they're not going to hear it. So I'm going to check that out before I make any other moves. And just as I thought, there is another zone over there for brown bear. I don't know how many are over there because it's so far away, and I can't exactly spot any other zones for brown bear so far. But I'm going to keep looking, and when all else fails, I'll just take that female. We've scared off this bear. I'm going to try to take her down. She sprints for a minute, and then she slows down. So let's see what we can manage here. Oh yeah, she's big dead. Big dead. That being said, though, because I just did that, if there were any other bears in this region, I think they would have ran off by now. So let's go see what we got going on here. There's also a lynx hiding from us over here. We're going to see if we can't ping it and get her done. Oh yeah, he will definitely go down. There's a black grouse over here. It's just one of them, I think. I don't see anything else. I'll take out my binoculars and check it out, but I think that's just her. Yeah, that's just her. So we're not going to mess with her. Here's the lynx that we shot across the lake here. A little far back for my taste from 210 yards away, but that's fine because we were still able to scratch the liver there on the way into the back of that lung. As for 24.06, not bad, not super high above gold, but it's a 6. I'm not going to fucking cross my fingers and hope for the biggest, baddest score here when I see anything pre-level 7. So either way, this fur type on is very pretty. This one's a gray fur type. Very pretty trophy, just not pretty enough or big enough for me to take it with me. So here's one of the bear that we killed. She was only a 2 minor. She was a cinnamon fur type. The first shot would have been okay. We hit her in the liver. But I think our follow-up shot was a lot better. What is that? What is that face? She looks like she's gagging on something, and I don't like it. I mean, you can see right into, like, the depths of her soul through the back of her throat. That's just weird. By the way, she was just a 2. She scored 18.06, which is super close to silver, but she's level 2. I'm not expecting her to score silver. We're not going to keep her, unfortunately. Let's go find our other bear. Here's our male brown bear. Our female was a spirit bear. And he scored right on the money in terms of score. 23.80 is the gold minimum. He's right there on it. As for the shot here, okay. right through the center of one lung and into the center of the other one. That's a pretty decent shot. It was only from 128 yards away. I was 0 for 164, so this works out good for me. I don't know if I'm going to keep him or not. I don't think I have any brown bear in my lodge yet, though, so I'm kind of torn. And here is our spirit bear. My god, she is just so cool looking. She looks like a giant raccoon with all of her fur markings. She's so cool looking. She was only 20.26, but only was she female. She was 3 very easy. I don't expect much, again, from anything pre-level 7. The shot here was pretty decent from 124 yards away. However, from 123, we were able to hit both lungs with the 300 mag, which kind of makes me wonder why that didn't happen here. But then again, we did hit through bone somehow, and I kind of get the resistance for that from that, but other than that, I think we should have double lunged her. She went down rather quickly, rather efficiently anyways, right there with our cinnamon bear, so either way, good to me. Well, actually, it doesn't look like we're going to another brown bear zone. My game has crashed yet again. I keep having these issues, and I don't know where they come from, and I don't know why they keep crashing, but at least this is the first one and not repetitive like on Yukon. So, I guess we'll see what we can do here. Just hang on tight.
2 hours later.
So this brown bear is already attentive. He's the first one that we found on this little lake here. I'm going to do a quick scan and look around really quick to see if there's anything else I can spot here. And there's not. So we're going to go ahead and take him if he's still here. Oh, that was a heart shot. And there's already another bear fleeing. Granted, she was only a female. I don't think I'm going to worry about her that bad, but... Oh, there's a lynx there with her. That's fine. There's a 3 there, which was not there when I looked around. Well, she's calm now, so I'm gonna 0 for 328 and see if I can't ping her. That works. I'm gonna try to take this lynx over here as well. I think I might have made a weird shot. I don't know where I hit that lynx, but I know I hit her somewhere. So here's the first bear. He was a 5. We just barely scratched that heart, but we were still able to cut through the face of one lung and into the meat of the other one. So from 189 yards, that's not a bad shot at all. He was just a 5, so I'm not expecting him to score super high, but he was just that much under gold. He was 22.62. Gold is 23.80. Again, he's a 5. Not going to expect too much. I am rather proud of the shot, though. This is kind of crazy from that kind of quartered away shot like that, so... I'm kind of proud. We're going to stop here and get our lynx first. I don't understand this shot. This was nowhere near the ass. She's just a 2 minor. It's fine. She's, like, as common as it gets. But still, I just wonder how this works. That's all I'm going to say on the matter. I just want to know how that works. Last but not least, we've got our other brown bear here. We have 2 giant vital organ hits, so maybe we did her some good here. Okay, we shot right through the leg and into the lung. That's fine. And on the second shot, we hit just a little far back, but we were able to hit that lung yet again, and we scraped the liver. So she was destined to go down. Another one of those weird, ugly faces with her tongue sticking out like she's, like, gagging on something. She was just a 3, so she scored 19.84. I think she scored higher than the one that we just picked up, which is weird because she's just a 3. Either way, she's very pretty. We made some pretty decent shots here. But we're not going to keep her. There's a whitetail buck here who kind of knows I'm here, kind of doesn't. He has a max of 246, so I would like to take him home with me if I can. As you might have noticed, I was looking for a heart shot and didn't quite hit it. Definitely missed the mark, but I think we made a decent follow-up shot. And there's a male moose, I think he's a level 3, that was behind him that I'm not particularly interested in. He can get fucked. I just want this guy. Oh no, we hit the right lung. We barely missed the heart there. As you can see, if we'd been a little more to the right, we would have knocked him down. But we made a decent follow-up shot here, shot right through the scapula. Not only did we hit the right lung again, but we went directly into the stomach. I'm surprised it didn't hit liver. He scored 237.09. He was very, very close to, like, the top of his max. So I'll take it and run with it. This is some of the better luck we've had with whitetail on REVONTULI so far. I think we have another spirit bear here on our hands. But it's just a 3. I'm at this really, really small lake here. There's more deer over here, but they're not worth at all riding home to mom about. So I think we're just going to take our spirit bear here. Take our chances. A Upon second glance, I don't think she's spirit, but I guess we'll see when we get to her. She looked more brown than white. I didn't see any other zones around, but now that I'm up on her, she does look like a spirit bear. Oh no, she's blonde. She's a blonde bear. Okay, cool. This was our first shot here. We shot into the scapula and into the lung as I wanted to because I couldn't hit that heart shot. And then on the follow-up shot, I hit right into that lung again. I'm surprised it didn't knock her down, but I guess you have to hit both lungs in order to do that. She's just a 3, so I'm not going to focus super hard on her score. She's 1984. Not good enough for me, obviously. She's just a 3. We've spooked yet another female bear. I'm going to try to make up for lost time here. Oh yeah, she'll go down. So that's another bear in the books. I'm going to keep wandering around this lake here. They seem to just kind of pop up whenever it's convenient, it seems like. Because that bear wasn't there the first time. And neither was that bear. I would have already spotted her. But nonetheless, we're going to keep the ball rolling. I'm going to try to take a good shot on this bear here. Now, she's quite a distance away. So we're going to have to 0 for 328 and make really good use of this bullet here. It says she's fleeing, but she's not going anywhere. Maybe if I aim a little higher? No. Okay, well, what if I aim right here? No. Well, that's another bear scared off, but that's okay. There's going to be plenty more where that came from. Here's our first bear at this lake. We struck her in the very back corner of the right lung as she was moving, but our follow-up shot was just about as good as it gets. We hit both lungs as well as the liver. Again, she's just a 3, very easy. She scored higher than the last 3 that we killed. She hit 20 instead of being stuck right below 20 this time, but still not good enough for me to want to keep her. It seems like I've spooked a brown bear, so there are more bears in this part of the map. Again, these were bears I wasn't able to ping because they kind of just show up when they want to, but we're going to go check his track out and see what it tells us, and if it's anything important or anything super big, I believe we're going to follow him. This brown bear was has a max of over 1,000 pounds. I'm going to check the max weight estimate really quick. Yeah, max weight for a bear is 1,063 pounds. We are definitely gonna do our best to follow that because that's a big old bear, bitch. Well, I mean, I've been looking around and his tracks just stopped. There's no continuation of them. So I figure what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to sit and watch this zone because he keeps coming back. So let me lay down here and wait and see what we can see. Just hang on tight.
3 days later.
Not only have I waited 30 in real time minutes, but I've also went back and reset the time. And this bear has not come back to this zone. I've been laying here on the ground waiting for him to come back, and I have not seen sight or sound. There's some ducks over here, or at least there were. I don't think they're there now, but there were some ducks laying here somewhere. Those are the only animals I've seen at this zone. So while we wait for him to return, I'm going to go this way. I'm going to go around the opposite side of the lake and see if there's any other bears here. It did not occur to me at all that I set the time back way too far and that I've been waiting for a long time pretty needlessly, so I guess I'm going to go back and fucking lay down some more. I'll probably get right here on this ledge and see how close I can get to that zone, because if I can spot him, he's mine.
So much later that the old narrator got tired of waiting and they had to hire a new one.
We've waited long enough and our bear has come back, but unfortunately, he is not the big boy that we thought he was. He's just an 8. But that's not going to stop me from taking him out, because he's still a great big bear. Oh, that might have been a little too high. Nope, we still got her too. I'm tired of waiting, so I'm going to scour the rest of the lake here, because if those bears are going to be here, surely there's more around here. There's also an 8 mythical lynx here. I'm going to try to take him out. Oh yeah, that's a dead cat. Now, if there were any other bears in this area, they would have ran off, right? Because I didn't get warning called or fleeing called, I guess, by any other bear or any other animal other than this lynx. So I don't think there's anybody else here. I think this was safe to take. Oh yeah, this was a pretty decent shot. Bottom of the left lung here, right into the front of the right one. I swear that 243 puts in the work on these little mammals. As for the score, 26.82. That's not a bad score for an 8. I'm liking what I'm seeing. Diamond is 27.68, so not super far behind. Excellent work. We found yet another bear zone, but we've come a long way in order to find it. So I'm taking a moment to look around before I take a shot here. And she seems to be all by herself. We'll see here. Yeah, there's no other warning calls, no other running calls. As far as I know, at least. Yep, that was her. Let's go get her. Now, if I'm not mistaken, this is another blonde bear, right? Oh no, this is Cinnamon. Okay. We aimed kind of high, but I was trying to accommodate for distance because I was zeroed for 164. I wanted to make sure I hit something vital. So a bit of a high shot there, but this second follow-up shot sent her straight to the grave. We hit left lung, right lung, and liver. That's a kill shot if I've ever seen one. Now, she was only 18.13. That's not even a silver, albeit very, very, very close. So we're not going to keep her. She's not good enough for me to want to bring her home. We're going to wander the coastline here for just a little longer, take maybe 1 or 2 more bear. And after that, I believe we're done. I believe I'll call it. So y'all see this island right here? Y'all see it? It's right off the coast here, and it's completely inaccessible. You wouldn't believe it if I told you, but I'm going to tell you anyway. That island, that's where the great ones are made. Xander, how do you know this information? Where did you get that from? There's no possible way. How do you know this? Listen, doesn't matter how I know it. It's the fact that I know it, and I can prove it. So, you see how that island is out, like, off the map so you can't access it? That's why I can't find any fucking great ones, because that's where they're all at. Now, I'm going to reload here, but there's some little ptarmigan right across the way from me here, about 300 yards away. I'm going to try to get within a good distance, since I'm not finding any bear, practically, along this coast here. We'll try to get within a good distance, a good yardage, and try to ping one of them before... Whoa! Raccoon dog! Anyway, I'm going to try and see if I can't hit this guy from right here. I'm overshooting it, I think. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to make it. How is this raccoon dog doing? Okay. This will be interesting. I haven't seen any raccoon dog yet. Oh, there's another one. Okay, it's just a 2. Well, I missed it, I think. Well, I mean, it's fine. I didn't want that fucking raccoon dog or any of those ptarmigan anyway. We're at this little lake behind the coast. We found this brown bear. We're gonna go ahead and take her. Can you tell I'm fed up? I just want to find more bear. There's another Canada goose here. It says she's alert, and I don't see anybody else with her, so, I mean, why not? We'll take her too. Anyway, here's our brown bear. She was light brown. We hit her pretty good, pretty center lung there with a double lung shot, and we double lunged her, albeit just a little higher and a little more up front yet again to bring her down. This is probably my best performance all game so far. That's the best shots that I've taken. She's a 3, and she doesn't score above 20, so her score is not going to matter much. But those shots are pretty good. I'll take it. I'll take it where I can. I think there's some willow ptarmigan around here. Okay, it's just a 2. Y'all think I can hit that? Where's she at? Oh, I got her. That's a sleigh. Here's the rock ptarmigan that we just shot. She was molting, which means she's got kind of like a shitty poopy fur type. It looks like she's covered in horse hockey. But she scored a silver. Not bad, but she was right under gold. You might as well just bump yourself up to gold at that point. We hit her... I don't know how. I guess we scratched her little foot there. I don't know how or why that counts, but I guess it does. I'll take it. These class 1 animals are something else. I don't really kill a lot of birds, let alone ptarmigan, so here's the goose that we killed. She scored 4.77. That's not very high above silver anyways, but she was just a 2. In geese, at least, they range from 1 to 5 instead of like other birds that range in 1 to 3 in terms of difficulty. So I'm not super concerned. We did nail her pretty good, right through the spine there. Damn, that's like one of the worst ways to go. Just fucking execute me, back of the head, you know, fucking Old Yeller style, you get me? But we also hit vital lung on her, vital shot, so, I mean, that's cool. That doesn't happen every day. I'll take it. And there doesn't appear to be... Oh, I'm not worried about that. There doesn't appear to be any other bear here at this lake, so what we're going to do is we're going to come back to this outpost, we're going to take the boat across, and we're going to come over here, we're going to pick up the bear that we killed. And we'll call it a day. Here's our female bear. She was a cinnamon. She was just under gold yet again, but this is the highest scoring female bear that we've killed so far. So again, I'll take it and I'll run with it. The shot here was way too high, in my opinion, because I really could have foobarred that and hit her spine. But we did somehow scrape the lung on the entry on the way to the spine. And for that, we're very lucky. From 350 yards away, we had ample time and ample opportunity to accommodate for that, and we didn't do it quite well enough, but We still ended up hitting vital, so that's all that matters. And here's the bear that, kid you not, we waited I think 45 minutes for, if I'm not mistaken, because I came back and waited for him to come back to this zone before I reset the time, and then I went and reset the time to the wrong time and was wondering why he wasn't there. We hit right lung both times, and we hit him very far back. He was, 362 yards away, but still, we definitely over-accommodated. But he scored 26.16. That's a pretty high scoring bear, if you ask me. He was an 8. He was the biggest bear that we've seen so far. Given that he's, I think, the second 8 mythical that I saw here, I don't know if there's anything too promising here for me in terms of brown bear without having to go out of my way to grind for it, which is fine. Expecting initial spawns to be on point every time is kind of absurd. But this is pretty promising. Maybe I will have to break down and do like a brown bear grind. Or maybe a black bear grind, since black bear have great ones now. Anyway, you guys, that is going to do it for me today. So if you've made it this far, leave a like, subscribe if you want, ring the dinner bell for notifications next time I go live or next time there's a new upload. My Insta Lodge as well as my TikTok are linked in the description below. That's where you can find any other extra screenshots, harvest screens, looks into my trophy lodges, or Call of the Wild clips that didn't quite make it into my YouTube videos or my shorts. And honestly, if you guys want me to come back to REVONTULI Coast, leave a comment down below and let me know what you think. I usually don't like to play on this map because it's a bird hunter's paradise, and I am not good at all with birds if they're not standing completely still. I can't shoot a bird out of the sky. I think that setting up for geese and birds and, anything of that vein really takes up a lot of time, and I just can't be asked to do it, if I'm being honest. Birds aren't my thing, so I kind of avoid maps like this like the plague, but there are tons of bigger prey around here to keep your eye out for, like bear and moose and whitetail, and I do want to come back eventually to take a look at the raccoon dogs. I think they're particularly cute. I think their models were really well done, and I haven't hunted much of any. I think within the last couple years since REVONTULI's release, I've gotten maybe 11 or 12 raccoon dogs, and I don't even think I have a trophy of them, gold or not. I'll have to come back eventually, but if you want to see me do that, let me know below. With that, thanks again for being here. It was good to see you, and I hope to see you next time. Roll the tape. Hey there, thanks again for watching my video. If you'd like, you can select the link to my right to subscribe today, or if you're looking for more Xander content, you can select the links to the left of me to watch even more of my videos. Or if you'd like to keep in touch, you can check out the links below and find me on all your other favorite social platforms. And with that, it was great to see you again. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. We'll see you next time.